Yo, 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 welcome back to another video. We live streaming on YouTube and Instagram. That's interesting. This is the first time. Or maybe I've done it before, I just don't remember. Anyways, we are ready to get right into this video. This is why does the universe want Chloe Price dead? We're gonna see what this one's about. We're probably gonna do two videos today. We did one earlier, so we got two more. Anyways, let's get into it.
Years ago, when Trump was in office, Nintendo was releasing a new console called the Switch, and I was in the middle of doing my GCSEs. I procrastinated studying to sit down and play a little game that had come out the year before called Life is Strange, featuring Max Caulfield as the main character. Now, years later, things are so different. Trump's in office, Nintendo's releasing a new console called the Switch, and last year a game came out called Life is Strange featuring Max Caulfield as the main character.
Life is weird.
I thought they would say strange.
Life is Strange is a game about nostalgia and travelling back in time to revisit memories and look at how changing one thing can lead to a drastically different outcome. Like how if I went to uni and didn't stay at home to study art, I might actually have an art career by now. People like fan art though, right? What better time to make fan art of one of my favourite game series than right now, around the time of its 10-year anniversary. If you're unfamiliar with the game, here's a very quick rundown.
Sings and we'll make a thrasher out of you yet.
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra? Maybe not.
The game is pretty much based around the concept of the butterfly effect or chaos theory, where any small choice or action can or does have a drastic effect later on. Max grew up in the small town of Arcadia Bay, but left for Seattle 5 years ago, leaving behind her best friend Chloe Price, and not really keeping in touch with her. Now, 5 years later, she's back as an 18-year-old student at Blackwell Academy, where she studies photography under the prestigious photographer Mark Jefferson. We meet Max during a vision of a storm that's going to happen on Friday, where a giant tornado threatens to rip through the town. Max wakes up on Monday to discover she now has the power to travel back in time, and saves Chloe from getting shot in the school bathroom.
Max? Chloe?
Long story short, Max and Chloe become best friends again, and supernatural and serious shenanigans ensue as they try to search for a missing girl in the town, Rachel Amber, who also happens to be Chloe's newer, best friend. Spoiler alert, Rachel is dead. The guy they thought was behind it all was just a lackey for the real villain, Mark Jefferson. Max thinks that busting Jefferson will save the town from the storm, but it doesn't, and in a really awkwardly contrived ending, Max decides whether she should pay the price for Arcadia Bay.
Chloe, I can't make this choice! No, Max. You're the only one who can.
Rather ironically, the first piece of art I ever put on the internet was of Chloe. But I've always found it hard to make fan art. I'm not even sure why. I think I just get so obsessed with trying to make something good that also captures enough of a likeness to the characters. I really want this fan art an honest go, so before I started, I really tried to figure out what aspect or essence of the game I wanted to capture, what stood out to me the most about it. Whenever I think about this game, I can't help but think about how much I don't like the ending. It feels so forced and like it could be solved so many other ways. I'm not alone in this either. You can find other people online talking about how much the ending doesn't make sense, how much the storm doesn't make sense, and I could probably make an hour-long video just talking about my own feelings about the storm and the story and why in the end I generally don't like it. But I saw this comment online today that said, "Don't think too about Life is Strange as a supernatural mechanism because Dontnod clearly didn't." And thumbs up. So, instead, I wanted to focus on something I read in an interview with the co-founder of Don't Nod, Jean-Maxime Morris. Just this part where he says,
there are supernatural things, but they're only there to be a metaphor. You know, it's going inside the characters. They're in a conflict.
According to Morris, the supernatural elements of the story reflect the inner conflict of the characters, not just Max. So let's apply them to Chloe, basically the second protagonist of the game. Alongside the already theme of suicide, the recklessness she takes throughout the game, the note you can find in her hideout at the junkyard, the symbolism in her outfits, and the fact that even in an alternate universe, she sees herself as a burden, literally asks Max to kill her. The events of the game suggest that the universe sort of seem to want her dead to a supernatural degree. Chloe gets shot, hit by a train, euthanized if you choose to do that, shot again, presumably killed in a storm, and of course shot again if you chose to save Arcadia. Now, I'm not saying that this is intentional or canonical, but keeping in mind what Morris said, it really reads to me like Chloe thinks the world is a better place without her in it. That things all just seem to work themselves out in the end if she dies only validates this feeling for me, which is just another problem with how the story's written. So, finding this interpretation highly relatable as someone who has struggled with that feeling for a long time, I decided to base this fan art around that. Which, now that I think about it, is pretty morbid, sorry.
Pretty interesting fan art, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I had Max hold on to Chloe with a bit more of a possessive grip, while Chloe is a bit more dejected and listless. The smoke of her cigarette forms into the tornado in the background, linking her to the storm and that feeling that she's the cause of it. The feeling of nostalgia is still present here too. Max and Chloe are bathed in that golden hour lighting, and each of the various events from the game behind them are presented in the form of a collage of torn Polaroid pictures. At least that's how I tried to depict them. I'm not sure I did the best job, honestly. Each image shows an event linked directly to Chloe, the last time she saw her father, the missing poster and burial site of Rachel Amber, and the two men responsible for her disappearance, as well as Chloe's own deaths.
New characters.
I added the bottom as well, of course, although I could have been more deliberate about its placement. I'll be honest, by the time I remembered to add it back in, I was sick of this artwork, and I just wanted to get it over with. So there you have it, my Life is Strange fan art. I hope you like it, or at least don't hate it.
I don't like the color. That's it.
This video was a bit different from what I normally do. Maybe I'll do more like this where I focus.
Okay. I think we're gonna get into the next video. Appreciate y'all for watching. Let's get it. Oh, my fault.